Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. So where are we? About 2:15, 6:24, 25.2 degrees Celsius, 81.8, 82 degrees, 79, and my batteries aren't fully charged anymore. So what do we have here? The Speed Defies gravity bike with the LiFan 225 engine on it. I have a few things I have left to do, but being a little kid at heart, I want to take it for a ride. What? You want to go for a ride too? Well, I'm going for a ride. Let me set this thing up so that you guys could see. I think you guys could see. Let's give it a spin over and take her for a ride. Look out, attack that. Installing. So I got to do something with that clutch cable, but it does obviously start, run and move. First, and then you have to step up. There you go. That should be neutral. So she runs, she drives, the fit is good, the plastic went right back on. I have to still tightening a bunch of bolts. I still got to work on those brackets there. I got to work on the clutch cable, so it needs a little bit more attention. But for somebody out there who's considering such a conversion, I have to tell you, this thing is quick. It is strong, it is quick, and for somebody my size, it could dump you on your ass and make you walk. couple of other things. I don't know if that sprocket's a little smaller, but I had to put the wheel all the way back. So, not that that hurts anything, but just a comment. Probably with the wheel that extra inch back, it'll help keep my front wheel on the ground, right? Because the more you move it forward, the more it moves the center of gravity this way. So moving it back is not a bad thing. So there it is. How long did it take? I don't know. I'm not thinking it took 3 hours. I would probably call this probably in complexity a 2 or a 3. Really, just about, I think anybody could handle it. The only thing you might have to think about is the clutch cable. You might have to get a little different clutch cable. And really, the only thing wrong with it right now is the clutch cable. The couple of, you know, making the extension bracket for the end of the exhaust system is really no big deal. I mean, obviously, cutting those off and putting extensions on that, no big deal. I mean, the engine bolts up, same exact bolt holds, no big deal. You got to rock it a little bit to get it on there. The skid plate, exactly the same. The muffler went on. The carburetor, the electrical system was not that difficult to figure out, but I basically figured it out by plugging like wires where it looked like they belonged. There's would have been better if they kind of gave you a wiring diagram that was a little bit more explicit, but other than that, I mean, it went right on. That motor also has a 12-volt system, so if one goes through the trouble of putting a diode on there, and you could put a battery and you could go with lights, which means you can actually take that LiFan engine, and if you have like a 70cc CT70 that you have registration for, as in on the road registration, you could upgrade it to having that LiFan 125, which means you could probably just about keep up with, you know, most suburban traffic, right? Most of suburbia, you normally don't go much over 45, so you could kind of keep up with that. As you're starting to go for that 55 or 60, I'd be a little bit nervous about being on a little CT70, or even being on that thing, right? From 0 to 50, not too bad. 55 and above, I'd be really nervous, especially if you have some jackasses in big cars and vans and all, SUVs, crowding on you and giving you a lot of wind and so forth, knocking you off the road. All right, folks, so I guess this concludes it. You guys remember, bought the bike, it was 2 1/4, engine, 3rd and 4th gear stripped, Kickstarter didn't work. LiFan engine, eBay, picked it up for $39.92, $39.95 or whatever. It was like, call it $240. So that takes me to $465, and that's all I put into it, $465. If I took the old engine, which I'm not, but if I took the old engine and popped it on eBay with the wiring, the Kickstarter, the shifter, you know, the new carburetor and everything else, I could probably get back at least $100, if not more, of this conversion. Even though the engine has 3rd and 4th gear stripped, it does start, it runs, it moves, the clutch is good. You know, somebody might buy it and decide that they're going to give it their shot at rebuilding it, or they might have one that they ran low on oil, so the jug is fucked up, or they might have sucked a valve or something, so they actually need the running engine because their tranny's still in good shape. So I'm going to take all this stuff and package it up properly, put it basically back in the box the new one came in. That way I could find it. For tools to do the job, I used a 1/4 inch set, and mostly I used the 8 and the 10 out of the 1/4 inch set. Right, that side's 1/4, that's 3/8. Then I used 3/8 deep Allen keys, pliers a couple of times, vice grips a couple of times, 8, 10, 12, and that. Obviously I had to use a punch and a drill to make the bracket. A couple of drills to make the bracket, but no big deal, eh? Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. We'll see you on the next episode of The Horde. Till then, feet down, head up. Take care now.